Hi, my name is Bradley Metrock, CEO of Project Voice. This is This Week in Voice Daily, Tuesday, July 6th. So in this video, I'm going to be reacting to one of the best videos that, in my opinion, has ever been created by any voice technology or AI company, period. It's so good. It gets you thinking about a lot of different possibilities, has me thinking about what I think could be a billion-dollar business in the space that hasn't been created yet. Let's get into it. Now, before I hit play on this, this is a video by a company called Cerence. So a company called Nuance for a long time has led the voice space, created a lot of great software, a lot of great technology. About a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, they decided, you know what, we're going to spin off part of our company. The part of the company that works with the automotive space, we're going to spin that out. New company, and they call it Cerence. Now, the rest of the company that stayed behind, Nuance, still working on healthcare, still working on enterprise solutions, just sold to Microsoft about 2 months ago for $19 billion. So Cerence now is operating independently. Nuance is part of Microsoft, they're off the board. Cerence, one of the biggest players in the space. Important context for what you're about to see. This video came out of a virtual event that Cerence did. What's the date on this thing? January 19th, 2021. So about 4 or 5 months ago, they did a virtual event called Cerence in Motion. This video was used. Let's play it.
In a connected world, intelligence defines our experience and maps our journey. But how far can it go? Let's see.
Okay, so this video is introducing their product called Cerence Drive 2.0, and the whole point of this video is to compare Cerence Drive 2.0 to other mainstream voice assistants. In this case, as you're about to see, Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant. Now, you might ask yourself, and you should ask yourself prior to what you're about to see, if somebody asked me to compare Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant, let's leave Siri out a minute, how would you do it? How would you say which one's better? Someone holds a gun to your head and says, you're going to tell me which one's better. How do you even start? Well, some people would start with the content that's available on either ecosystem. Maybe one ecosystem has Wheel of Fortune or something, and the other one doesn't. That one's better. Okay, so content is a possible answer. Speed is another possible answer. Maybe Alexa is quicker at answering my queries, and maybe more accuracy is another answer than Google Assistant is. Maybe it's just my preferences. Maybe Amazon, I'm tied into other parts of the ecosystem. Maybe I'm an Amazon Prime member, and Google doesn't work as well with that, and so I gravitate to Alexa. Where we really need to go is a algorithmic kind of approach, a mathematical, scientific approach to figuring out which one of these AIs is better than the other. Yes, based on content. Yes, based on accuracy and speed. Yes, based on convenience and other features tied into the ecosystem. But diving in deeper in a way that would be hard just for a layperson to do. We'll come back to that.
We all can do this. Call John Smith at work. Navigate to 15 Wayside Road, Burlington, Massachusetts.
So what it's doing right now is it's given some basic queries. It's showing that all 4 of them, Cerence Drive on the right, The other three on the left, they all can do the basic stuff.
Play Born in the USA.
Good song choice.
Okay, it's getting harder. Let's try something more complicated. Get directions to the McDonald's near Sedgefield Shopping Center in Charlotte.
All right, so we're getting a little bit more complicated here, and this is one of the dimensions as well that can be evaluated is as you start to add things to the query and you start to make it more conversational in nature, what happens? Because we typically don't speak to each other as human beings. Do this one thing. What is the answer to that? No, our speech patterns are much more complex and layered. Now we're diving into which voice assistants can handle that and which ones can't.
Find a coffee shop near me, but not Starbucks. Ready for the next level? What about some multitasking? Drive me to the Pier 51 in San Francisco and call Jane on her mobile.
So now we're upping the ante even more, and it should be noted, the ones on the left here, Alexa, Siri, Google Assistant, these may or may not be used in the car. Cerence is being used in the car. And if somebody's asking a query like this and needing information from their computer in a rapid and accurate fashion, if they don't get it, what are they going to do? At a minimum, they're going to be distracted. Often they're going to go to their phone and they're going to get out the browser and they're going to try to find whatever answers they need there. Either way, if this doesn't work, the car is way less safe. Important distinction here that there's a lot on the line right here that these other ones may or may not have on the line, depending on the context they're being used in.
Text John Smith. I'm stuck in traffic and will only join 15 minutes later. Trying to call you now. Call him on his mobile. Introducing Cerence Drive 2.0. Next level conversational AI for sophisticated multi-part queries and references. Agile, fluent, accurate, intelligent. Cerence. AI for a world in motion.
Oh, there we go. What a great video. Just an outstanding video in terms of how it's put together. But the message that it delivers is very unique. So we see over and over again with how conversational AI companies describe themselves. I've seen it in presentations given at in-person conferences. I've seen it in virtual events. I've seen it in marketing propaganda. I've seen it in print materials. I've seen it everywhere. Companies have a real hard time articulating how they are better than someone else. It's a huge problem. In the Cerence video, they show, well, how many was it? 6 queries, 7 queries, however many was in the video. 6 particular statements or queries made to the voice assistants. And we're supposed to judge on the basis of those queries and make the determination that Cerence Drive is better than the other ones. Now, it makes a pretty convincing case, but why would we ever base anything on just 6 queries? This is where I think $1 billion opportunity lies for voice technology and AI for somebody. Develop a tool that allows a more systematic, scientific determination on this voice assistant, this AI is better than that one. And we know it's better than that one because we just fed it, our computer just fed it 10,000 queries, and it was better at 8% more of them than the other one, and it delivered results 12% faster, and whatever it is. We need some sort of tool that does what is in this video at scale. I think it's a massive opportunity. It's going to require computational knowledge of all sorts. You definitely are going to have to know math. You're going to have to know computer programming. You're going to have some inclination on how these technologies work. But if you can develop a system that will measure algorithmically these voice assistants against each other, you're going to make a lot of money because that's needed. It's been needed for a while. It's desperately needed now. So I wanted to take a moment, show this video. Cerence, great job. Whoever did these videos for you, keep them around. Excellent. And dive into what I think is one of the bigger opportunities that's out there. Thank you for watching This Week in Voice Daily. Until next time.